Hi YouTube, it's Little Bitty One, Connie. So I am coming at you a day early. I have been saying that I was going to do these get to know you videos and what got me to the point of surgery video for a while. So in an effort in 2016 to be a little bit more on top of my game, I'm doing the get to know me video now. And hopefully in the next week I'll be able to do the kind of background on what got me to the point of having surgery. It's like 10:30 at night. I just got done helping my friend Melissa pack. It is her last night in New York. So I'm doing this a little bit later than I would have liked, but I'm still getting it done. Also, I am absolutely freezing. I'm in a pre-war building, and winter showed up today, and it's really drafty, and I'm just freezing. So if I start like shivering, that's really all it is. It's just a little bit wintry in my apartment. So I'm doing the same 50 questions that VSG Bobby and Lauren Losing did. I'm cutting some of them out because I hate them and I'm not a 12-year-old doing one of those questionnaires. I really just want you guys to know who it is that you're inviting into your homes, your lives, your wherever it is that you watch these videos every week. And I thought it was a relatively good way to get to know me. So I'm just gonna start off. What am I wearing? I am wearing a Weishe alum sweatshirt. I went to Westchester University of Pennsylvania. So I'm wearing an alumni shirt and sweatpants, and I am bundled up in a blanket and 2 pairs of socks. It's so cold. Have I ever been in love? Yeah, I think, if I'm honest, I've probably been in love twice. I had a bunch of little crushes and stuff, but I think, in all honesty, twice. Ever had a terrible breakup? Oh, hell yeah. Yeah, we'll leave that. How tall am I? I am 5'4". I don't think I've ever said that, so I'm not super tall, so keep that in mind when I'm talking about my weight and kind of where I stand, I guess. How much do I weigh? I honestly don't know. I only weigh myself once a week, and I'm going to talk about that tomorrow. But as of last Tuesday, I was 240 pounds even. I'm really sorry. Puka's litter box is right next to me, and she's just going to town in there. So I'm not going to start over again. So just, you're dealing with what I'm dealing with. Do I have any tattoos? I do. I have one. It's right here. If you watched my earlier video where I showed you my scars, I don't even remember what week it was. Maybe around week 5. You can see it in that video. It's funny though, because I got it in that location so that only I saw it, and if somebody else saw it, it's because I chose to show them. And when I got out of surgery and I was in recovery, my surgical team came in the next morning and they said, "Oh, we just want to check your scars." So I'm like pulling my gown up, and they're like, "Oh, we really like the tattoo. We love the purple in it. We were talking about it during surgery," which really threw me off. And I think I just sort of laughed and didn't really say anything because no one sees my tattoo. So anyway, I am planning on getting a second tattoo when I get to my comfortable weight. If you guys see my goals in earlier videos, I don't have a final number that I'm looking for. So whenever I get to the point where I'm healthy and happy and comfortable and whatever, and that may totally change going forward, but for right now, once I get there, that's when I'll get the tattoo. Do I have any piercings? Just in my ears. I have 2 holes in each ear. Nothing major. I'm not a piercings girl. OTP, which apparently stands for One True Pairing, which I think is a really weird, I don't know, must be a new tween thing. I don't know, whatever. My One True Pairing, Lauren Losing's, was either sangria and calamari or wine and cheese. Mine is chocolate and peanut butter. My favorite TV shows. This is really hard. I think TV is better than film, which a lot of people think right now. So I'm right now finishing up season 6. I'm sorry, Puka's ruining my life right now. Or just my couch. So I'm finishing season 6 of Parenthood, which is an unbelievable show. If you haven't watched it yet, I highly recommend it. I have watched Game of Thrones over and over again, probably 3 or 4 times. I try to watch from beginning to end every year before the next season comes out. I'm a real big nerd. You always pick up something new though, which is amazing. What other shows? I love The Affair on HBO. Shameless is one of my favorites. Empire. I can't get enough of Empire. I love TV shows and I binge watch them. I travel a lot, so I don't have a lot of time to like watch shows weekly. I get behind a lot and whatever, so I just pick a show that I like and I binge watch it. Favorite bands. This is a really hard one for me. I really enjoy music in general, but I don't really have favorites, and I don't go to a ton of concerts. Lately, I've been on a little bit of like a pop country swing, so I've been doing a lot of like Zac Brown Band, stuff like that. But I'm really into, I guess, solo artists. I've been digging Taylor Swift, which is really weird for me. I always love Adele. The Weeknd. I don't know. Anything that's top 40 is typically my jam. I don't know. Sorry, I'm not very interesting in that way. Something that I miss. I miss summer right now. I pretty much always miss the West Coast now that I've decided I want to move out to San Diego. And I miss my family because they're 3 hours away. So, I wish I could see them more often. My favorite song. That's a hard one. So when I was growing up, it was the Bad 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 Boys song. And I honestly don't... It was from like 1985. That's all I got for you. Other than that, anything I can sing. When I'm home and I'm driving my mom's car around, one of my favorite things is to like listen to the radio, like the regular radio, and just sing along to whatever comes on. Otherwise, again, same thing with the music stuff, guys. I just don't really have a favorite. How old am I? I'm 31. I'll be 32 in March. And that feels about as real as my weight loss. Let's see here. What's my zodiac sign? So I am an Aries Pisces cusp. I was born in the morning on the 21st of March. So I'm about as cuspy as they come. Aries are kind of fire signs, a little bit feisty and aggressive and things like that. And Pisces are more of like a dreamer and kind of head in the clouds and very peaceful and whatever. I'm both of those things, and it just depends on what mood you get me in. I promise I'm not as crazy as that sounds, but I am both, for sure. Quality I look for in a partner. Well, in the past, I haven't been very good at looking for specific qualities. Really, I think I put the wrong things first. I know that intelligence is incredibly important to me. If I feel like I'm more intelligent than you, I get really uncomfortable. I need somebody that I can have well thought out conversation with. If you're smarter than me, I'm totally fine with that. I can learn from you. Sense of humor is a big one. I'm an event planner, so my tend to be very structured and very thought out, and I like somebody that can kind of get me to loosen up a little bit. My favorite quote. That's a hard one. I probably should have thought about these a little bit more before I started the video. My favorite quote. There's a lot of good ones. There was one, there's so many by Maya Angelou that I love. One is about always being brave enough to give love another try, which I think is a really good one, about being resilient and forgiving and not becoming hard against adversity, I guess, in relationships. Just in general, pretty much anything by Maya Angelou. That's my favorite. My favorite actor. So I have a bunch of favorite actors, but probably, I just was having this conversation at brunch yesterday. Johnny Depp is probably my favorite actor of all time. It's so loud tonight. I don't know if you can hear that. People are just walking by my window and it's super loud. So Johnny Depp, probably my all-time favorite. Tom Hanks is probably second favorite. My favorite color. So I love the color red. It's a color that looks good on me. It goes with my skin tone very well. But just in general, I like the color red. But I have a tough time saying that the color that affects me the most is probably purple. It was my grandmother's favorite color, and I feel like she and I were very kindred spirits. And so now that she's not with us anymore, anytime I see purple, which it's funny how many times a day I see something little that's purple that just makes me think of her. So it's the color purple gives me my favorite feeling, like I'm close to her. Loud or soft music? Loud. Always loud, doesn't matter what it is. Always loud. Where do I go when I'm sad? I do one of two things. Sad, stressed, whatever, I go to bed. I sleep it off and hope I feel better when I wake up, and it's a really not great strategy most of the time, but I definitely do that. Or I go to the park. I like to be outside. And the park near me is right on the East River, so I like to be near water and stuff like that. It's very soothing to me. How long does it take for me to shower? Not that long. When I had long hair, it took a lot longer, but now I think 7 to 10 minutes if I'm timing it by songs that play on Pandora in that time, something like that. Not very long. If I'm shaving, we're bumping it up to 15. How long does it take me to get ready in the morning? Well, I'm not a morning person. My alarm clock and I fight every single day. I feel like it's like a personal attack every time it goes off. I hit the snooze alarm a lot. It's a struggle for me to get up before 8 a.m. on work days when I need to be out the door at 8:20, which I never make. I never ever make it. So I would say it takes me about 30 minutes to get up and get ready on a normal work day. I try to take as much time off of that as I possibly can, like having my clothes picked out, and I shower at night so that I can just kind of jump up and be ready to go. I don't know. I'm not good at it. Ever been in a physical fight? No. I make love, not war. Yeah, these are some I'm not answering because they're dumb. Reason I joined YouTube? Because I wanted to meet you people. I joined YouTube after watching a bunch of people within our weight loss surgery community. I really just got on, I was researching, and I wasn't gonna make my own videos. And then just seeing how I could see the transformations from start to finish on everybody else, and the stuff that I felt like they sort of worked through by talking, and the incredible support community that I saw there in the comments really inspired me to start my own. So that's what brought me to YouTube. What are my fears? I fear gaining weight back. Deeply scared of gaining weight, which makes me nervous because usually your fears tend to manifest themselves, so I'm trying to work through that. I just don't really have any other fears or phobias. I hate scary movies. I hate them. I like action movies. I like suspenseful movies, but like scary movies. Like Saw. Nope. I'm good. Not doing it. The last thing that made me cry, Parenthood. I have become a much more emotional person in the last 5 years. I kind of cry at everything. I cry at movies. I cry at TV shows. I don't know. I just get emotional and I cry now. It's weird. Reason behind my YouTube name. I was trying to pick out a name. And I didn't want to do something, I mean, I don't have an issue with, like the obvious ones or pitting VSG with them or whatever. I just didn't want to. My boss calls me the Incredible Shrinking Connie, which I considered. But then I think I was looking through song lyrics or something. I was Googling something, and the song, Itty Bitty Pretty One, came on, and so I took from that, kind of. The last book I read is by Jen Lancaster. I Regret Nothing, I think it's called. I don't know where the book is. Oh, it's over there. Really, really good. I talk about Jen Lancaster all the time. I feel like she's my favorite author. I don't love her fiction, but her memoirs are pee your pants funny. So if you have not checked out Jen Lancaster, check her out. She's awesome. Last TV show I watched, well, I'm currently watching Parenthood, so I guess that counts. The last person I talked to was Ingrid. She and I shared a cab home from Packing Up Melissa. The relationship of the last person I texted, well, that was also Ingrid. She's asking how much she owed me for the cab. Before that, was my friend Justin. Friends, really good friends, fun people. My favorite food, mac and cheese. Always. It will always be mac and cheese. I have loved mac and cheese from the time I was itty bitty until now. It's the one food that I didn't allow myself to have mac and cheese for years, probably like 5 years, or longer. I've since broken that down, and I allow myself to have it, 3 times a year. But I love mac and cheese. Love it. Place I want to visit. I want to visit everywhere. I don't think there's a place that I don't want to go. I really love to travel. I have not been doing as much abroad travel as I would really like to. My company is Australian. I would really like to go to Australia. I'm more of a beachy, tropical person. So like Tahiti, Bali, that sort of thing. Hawaii would be amazing. All attainable, just I haven't made it happen yet. The last place I visited, the last new place that I visited was, I believe, Vermont. I I had never been to Vermont before. My best friend got married up there in October, so I was there, which was really cool. I also went to Atlanta for the first time, really, for a wedding. Like the weekend before. It was a crazy fall. Yeah, some of these are dumb. Do I have a crush? The last time I kissed somebody? Come on, I'm not 5. Last time I was insulted. Over the holidays, I was a little bit insulted. That's not really... I don't get insulted easily. I think I just believe that people aren't that malicious and they aren't trying to insult me, and so I don't really look for it, and so I don't feel it all that often, I guess. It's been a while. Favorite type of sweet? Oh my goodness, you guys. So my family, I come from a long line of cookie bakers. My mom makes some of the best chocolate chip cookies you've ever had. My grandmother, the one with the purple that I was talking about, she was known, not just in my family, everybody that knew her knew about her sugar cookies. So that's the kind of sweet that I like. If we're talking about candy, almost anything strawberry is my jam. What instrument do I play? Ooh, I don't really play it anymore. I'm way out of practice, but I took private piano lessons for 11 years. So I was pretty good at that. I also tried the cello, the violin, the saxophone, and the tenor sax. I mean, I could play them, I just didn't like them. My favorite piece of jewelry, I have 2. They're both pretty meaningful. One is a necklace that same grandmother gave me when I graduated from high school. It's just a little heart, gold heart necklace, very small. And I'm known for wearing like big necklaces. So it's just very different. It's very small, and I love that. The other one is a ring that my friend Ilwa gave me. It's an antique ring she had sized for me. It's a black oval ring that's set in a really cool setting. And I wear that almost every day. Last sport I played, I avoid sports at all costs. Ask anybody. I'm not an athletic person. I don't like playing sports. I love watching sports. But playing them is just not my jam. I ran into my very first softball coach, softball or t-ball, from when I was in elementary school, and I remember him quite well. And I was so bad at it. And I remember seeing him in 5th grade and him saying, "Oh, are you coming out for the team again this year?" And I was so bad, and it was so generous for him to even ask if I were him. I think I would have just been like, "God, please don't come out." But I said to him, like, "No, sir, I'm not going to come out for the team this year." Yeah, it's not... I don't remember the last time I played a sport. Last song I sang was Wildest Dreams by Taylor Swift. Favorite pickup line? I don't have one. I think hi is about as pickup-y as I get. That probably explains why I'm forever alone. Just kidding. Last time I hung out with somebody, I don't know what that means. I hung out with a bunch of people tonight. I'm assuming it doesn't mean just like sitting around with a bunch of friends and pizza, packing up boxes, but that's what I'm taking it as, and that is it. And who should do this next? I think if you're on here and you're putting up videos and stuff, I think it's a cool way for you guys to get to know who you're inviting in. Pukas could not be less interested in getting to know me, but it's okay. So yeah, I invite all of you, anybody that's watching, to do it. I hope you got a little bit of insight. I have no idea how well this worked, but I'm glad I finally got it off my to-do list and onto YouTube. I will be checking in tomorrow per usual with my weekly updates, but it's my 2-month anniversary, so I've got measurements and stuff for you. So I will see you guys in 24 hours. Have a great day.